Hi there, my name is Desneige Hallbert, and I recently graduated from the University of Arizona with a Master's in Landscape Architecture. And why I'm up here in Alaska interning with Alaska Center for Energy and Power, or ACEP as it's fondly called, well, it's because my master's report coincided with research that they were doing on geothermal exploration at Pilgrim Hot Springs. And basically, I'm looking at understanding the geothermal exploration that's happening there, and then helping to work towards resource use decisions. So first, a little bit of context. Where is Pilgrim Hot Springs? Well, it's located in Alaska on the Seward Peninsula and located just north of Nome, south of Bering-Lanbridge National Preserve and to the east of Teller. And then it's centrally located, and then here is where you'll find the boundary that we've been working in. And why intern with ACEP on the Pilgrim Hot Springs project? Well, as I mentioned in my master's report, I was looking at how to use the geothermal resource above ground, while ACEP was doing research on figuring out what the resource was beneath the ground. So I also was very interested in getting the chance to collaborate because while in school, I did not get the chance to collaborate with other professions like architects, planners, and engineers. But I know that in the real world, this collaboration is crucial. And knowing how to collaborate with these professions is essential to the success and sustainability of a project that involves the environment, both built and natural, and the people who will use it, live there, and take care of it after its completion. At ACEP, they call me an artist, and that I'm here to make things pretty. And that's very flattering. And I guess it means I'm, in some ways, succeed in starting to share the point of view of a landscape architect, and a way of understanding the project that ACEP had not considered before. So it has been a win-win situation. I'm also very interested in community-based design. This is where the community involvement is very important, and we make sure they're part of it every step of the way. And CPD is an important part of making projects sustainable. So this summer, I was instrumental in coordinating design workshops, as well as helping our clients to imagine what the site at Pilgrim Hot Springs could be like once ACEP had finished its research there. And after attending an ACEP-coordinated field trip to the Cold Climate Housing Research Center, I actually found a way to collaborate with this other UAF entity by inviting them to share their expertise and facilitate the design workshop that we held in Nome and Teller. So these are two professionals from CCHRC. Now back at the office, I was involved with doing research on flow-through hot spring policy, and as well as looking at other hot springs in Alaska that we could use as a case study. And I, also traveled to these places to learn about them and see if they would be a good, case study for Pilgrim. I also was doing graphic development. So first with the case studies, I went to Chena Hot Springs, which is looking at kind of a resort-type use of geothermal energy. They have a facility there, and they also have greenhouses. And I also looked at Manly Hot Springs, which has a very small, undeveloped spa, as well as a geothermal farm that they're about to develop and will be a great place to visit in the future and learn from. So going back to the importance of graphic design, so here's the site. This is the road going down to Pilgrim, and then Pilgrim is located just here. And then we look at the site again from above. This is what we're working with, and this summer ACEP had a project where they needed to finish their research, and they needed a place to put a lot of water. And we were kind of wondering, how can we create a space that in the future could be used as perhaps a community bathing site? So I got to work with professionals, engineers, the hydrologist, and also a wetland designer. And we came up with some iterations. So this is one of them. And then we go into another one. And this is the one we've kind of been working on now. Now, the ways that we bring this to the public, we come up with first some sketches, and it moves through to something called a rendering, where it shows, this isn't what is there, but what could be there. This is what it might look like. And it just kind of helps for people to envision just the possibilities. So, again, graphic development is really important because I've learned that, many of us are not engineers, and explaining the research that ACEP does to the public is important. And developing clear and interesting graphics helps explain engineering concepts about energy, geothermal energy at Pilgrim Hot Springs, so that it's understandable and interactive. So creating graphics like sections, plan views, and perspectives has been an important part of my contributions in Intern to ASAP. As well as taking graphics that, these graphics are both from engineers, and kind of helping to turn them into something that is more easy to understand. So taking a graphic like this one and making it into this, or alternatively, taking this graphic and turning it into something like this. These are still being worked on, but they're good working documents. So finally, I just want to say that I've learned a lot this summer, from geothermal energy and what goes on into its production, and it's a lot, to watching my supervisor and the facilitators from CCHRC present and lead meetings, which has taught me to be a better presenter, facilitator, and coordinator. I got to work on a real-world project and see all of the hard work that went into my master's report go to the next level. And I was able to collaborate with other professionals, understand their expertise, and share my own as a budding landscape architect. And so yes, folks, you can make energy production interesting, aesthetically pleasing, environmentally and culturally sensitive, and educational to the public. So what does the future hold for Pilgrim? We're not sure. This is what we're starting to do with the client, but maybe we could have a greenhouse and grow produce and have gardens for year-round consumption, or maybe we can use that geothermal energy to heat buildings for a year-round resort. Maybe we could have both, or maybe none of these. Maybe it'll be something a lot more low-key. But whatever it is, ASAP is here to kind of help get that ball rolling for the geothermal research that's found at Pilgrim Hot Springs. And so hopefully maybe we'll have a job in the future. But to kind of reiterate, this summer has been amazing, and above all, I had a blast working at ASAP because, interning at ASAP meant the other interns were really great, and the staff at ASAP was wonderful as well. And I have to give a big thank you to Siemens and the Department of Energy for helping to fund this internship, as well as ASAP, the University of Alaska at Fairbanks, and of course, the Institute of Northern Engineering. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you here next year. Bye.